Who's your boss? Well, ciao brothers and sisters, and buongiorno, or perhaps buonasera, depending on what time of day you're watching this. Welcome to Mission Zero. My name is Shawn, and this is The Word with Friends, the show where we dive into communications and language in order to form better relationships amongst people. So the word I wanted to talk about today is the word control, or sometimes, depending on what version of the Bible you're reading, it's the word rule, like to be ruled by. In the Greek and the Hebrew, there are over 20 words that are translated the word control or rule, and they're used over 300 times. What they really break into, though, is two broad usages. One is to be enforcing of obedience. So now, forced obedience. This is something a lot of us know something about. If, like me, you are a Gen Xer, right, that mid-30s to early 50s level, you know a great deal about enforced obedience. That's really what our generation has been about, is rejecting any kind of enforced authority, because we looked at the generations before us and kind of the inertia that obedience led them to, and we wanted to reject that. The problem is, you can't just always reject it. And to explain why, we've got to go to sort of the second definition of control, which is willful submission. This really is what Gen X was trying to fight for. We were looking for not the things that you obey because you have to. We were looking for the things that you submit to and that you obey and follow because you want to, because it means something to you. Because if you don't have that, if you don't have a thing that you believe in, you have no structure, you have no purpose. It's just inertia, which is exactly what we were fighting in the first place. The purpose of life is not to just drift through. The purpose of life is to be working for, to be growing, to be trying to do something. And that was really what we were looking for. And I think what all people are looking for is the thing you can invest yourself in, the thing you can care about, the thing that you will work towards. But to do that requires discipline, and that discipline requires that you have something you submit to, some rules that you build, some guidelines that you function by. You have to have someone that you can attach to. It's someone that you can trust, that you have a belief in, that you will follow and submit to willingly, which is what God wants from us all. And so there's my exhortation for us today. Ask yourself, really, this week, what is it you are submitted to? And what are the things that you feel you are being forced to be obedient to? Because the solid truth about growth is that it only comes from the things you are willfully submitted to. Now, some of those things come along with forced obedience, right? If you're in the military, if you're in a sports arena, you have to take some enforced obedience. But if you are not willfully submitted to it, it doesn't mean anything. You'll go nowhere. You have to align what you're willing to submit to the obedience that you will offer up. Because that's growth, that's acceleration, that's how you set the velocity that launches you to your dreams. And so there's my message, and I love you, and man, use this to go out and fuel yourself to be the you-iest you can possibly be, and may God pour out blessings upon you. And I love you. Peace out.